Next week on Days of Our Lives.
Order!
Welcome back to the Days. Today we will dive into the thrilling spoilers for the week of August 4th to 8th, 2025, where tensions boil over in Salem with courtroom chaos, unexpected kisses, and a long-awaited family reunion. In the heart of Salem's bustling social scene, drama unfolds at the bistro as Sarah Horton Kyriakis spots her estranged husband, Xander Kyriakis, locking lips with the cunning Gabby Hernandez. This isn't just a casual encounter. Gabby, ever the strategist, seems to be using the moment to stir up old flames and perhaps advance her own agendas in the cutthroat world of Salem's power plays. Sarah, known for her compassionate yet fiery spirit as a dedicated doctor, feels a surge of jealousy that she can't ignore. Drawing from her history of complicated relationships, including her turbulent past with Xander marked by betrayals and heartfelt reconciliations, Sarah decides to fight fire with fire. She turns to Brady Black, a man who's no stranger to romantic entanglements and family feuds, and boldly declares her independence. "You can spend your time doing whatever you want, me too," she exclaims, her voice laced with defiance, before pulling Brady into a passionate kiss right there in the restaurant. This impulsive act isn't merely revenge. It adds layers to Sarah's character, showcasing her growth from a forgiving partner to someone reclaiming her agency amid emotional turmoil. Xander, with his brooding intensity and quick temper honed from years of scheming in the Kyriakis empire, witnesses the scene and erupts in fury. His eyes flash with rage, and he charges toward Brady, fists clenched, ready for a confrontation that could escalate into a full-blown brawl. The bistro, usually a spot for elegant dinners and whispered secrets, transforms into a powder keg, with patrons scattering as the two men square off. Inventing a new twist, perhaps Xander's anger stems not just from jealousy, but from lingering guilt over his past mistakes, like the time he manipulated events to win Sarah back, only to lose her trust again. This explosive moment could force Xander to confront his anger issues, maybe even leading him to seek informal advice from a trusted friend like Philip Kyriakis, who understands the family's volatile dynamics. Shifting to the DiMera mansion, where intrigue is a daily staple, Anna DiMera shares startling news with her husband Tony DiMera about Susan Banks' wild assertion that the legendary Stefano DiMera is still alive. Anna, with her flair for the dramatic and her impeccable fashion sense, recounts Susan's psychic visions in vivid detail, painting a picture of Stefano's possible return from the shadows. Tony, ever the sophisticated gentleman with a hidden edge, responds with a chuckle that seems dismissive at first glance, but his eyes betray a deeper knowledge. Could Tony be harboring secrets from his own encounters with the DiMera patriarch's legacy? Adding a fresh element, imagine Tony reflecting on old family journals that hint at experimental resurrection technologies, perhaps tied to past plots involving cryogenic preservation or mysterious serums developed in hidden labs. This revelation ties into rumors of a potential switch with Tony's brother Andre, who shares the same face and penchant for mischief. If Andre is indeed masquerading as Tony, his involvement in bringing Stefano back could be a masterstroke to reclaim the DiMera throne, blending loyalty with ambition. The scene builds suspense as Tony's laughter masks calculations that could reshape alliances in Salem, drawing in other family members like Chad DiMera, who's been navigating his own corporate battles. Meanwhile, the courtroom becomes a battleground for E.J. DiMera, the sharp-witted lawyer and DiMera heir, as he vehemently demands the dismissal of his high-stakes trial. E.J., dressed in his signature tailored suit, points out what he sees as a glaring conflict of interest involving prosecutor Bell Black. His complaint isn't baseless. Bell's ties to the case are tangled, given her role as Johnny DiMera's aunt and her romantic history with E.J. himself. Expanding on this, E.J. might recall private moments where he pressured Bell to take the case, using his charm and influence to sway her, only for it to backfire now. Bell, a fierce attorney with a moral compass often tested by family loyalties, dismisses E.J.'s outburst as absurd, countering with pointed reminders of his own manipulations. The irony thickens because E.J., as Johnny's father and Belle's former lover, is equally compromised, creating a web of relationships that could unravel the entire proceeding. Inventing a new layer, perhaps EJ's frustration peaks when he uncovers a hidden memo from the judge's chambers suggesting bias, fueling his tirade and adding procedural drama. Despite the uproar, the trial presses on, with Mayor Paulina Price stepping up to testify. She reluctantly admits overhearing Johnny's heated words that his father deserved it, a statement that hangs heavy in the air like a storm cloud. EJ, undeterred, pivots to dismantle the credibility of other suspects, cross-examining them with razor-sharp questions that expose motives and alibis. This phase highlights EJ's resilience, drawing from his DiMera upbringing where survival means outsmarting enemies at every turn. As the week crescendos, the spotlight turns to a heartfelt return that tugs at the heartstrings of longtime fans. Sammy Brady, the iconic troublemaker with a heart of gold, makes her way back to Salem, bringing waves of emotion in her wake. Her primary mission is to support her mother, Marlena Evans, in the wake of the devastating loss of John Black, whose heroic legacy as a spy and family man left an indelible mark on the town. Sammy's arrival sparks an emotional reunion with Marlena, filled with warm hugs and tearful conversations that bridge the gaps of time and distance. Marlena, the esteemed psychiatrist who's counseled countless Salem residents through crises, finds solace in her daughter's presence, sharing stories of John's final days and the void he's left. Adding inventive details, Sammy might arrive bearing mementos from her travels, like a photo album of family memories or a letter John wrote years ago, deepening the scene's poignancy. Sammy's visit isn't just about grief. It's a chance to catch up on Salem's whirlwind events, from shifting romances to corporate intrigues. Her delight in seeing Marlena reflects their unbreakable bond, forged through years of scandals, kidnappings, and redemptions. This storyline underscores themes of family resilience, reminding viewers why Days of Our Lives continues to captivate with its blend of passion and heartbreak. Throughout this action-packed week, Salem buzzes with the energy of unresolved conflicts and budding possibilities. From jealousy-fueled kisses that could realign relationships to courtroom showdowns testing loyalties, and a touching return that heals old wounds, the episodes promise to keep fans on the edge of their seats. As characters like Sarah, Xander, EJ, and Sammy navigate their turbulent paths, the essence of Days of Our Lives shines through, proving that in this town, love, revenge, and redemption are always just a twist away. Stay tuned for more updates, and remember, in Salem, nothing stays buried for long. Next, on Friday episode, we dive into the dramatic twists unfolding in Salem as EJ DiMera begins to stir up mystery and controversy with a mysterious big plan that's leaving everyone, family, friends, and foes, wondering what exactly he's up to. EJ reaches out to his daughter, but what's on his mind? As the morning sun pierces the cloudy Salem skyline, EJ DiMera begins his day with a heartfelt phone message to his daughter, Sydney. Still worried after hearing of her recent fall, EJ's voice is unusually gentle, compassion layered over concern. It's a rare glimpse of vulnerability from the often calculated DiMera patriarch. But before he can process his emotions or even get a response, his moment is abruptly interrupted by Gwen's sudden appearance. She strides into the room, full of her usual self-assurance, and casually drops a new tidbit of gossip. Susan Banks has declared herself a medium now. EJ stares at her, unamused but curious. Gwen, ever the stirrer of pots, smirks as she elaborates that Susan now claims to feel otherworldly presences and insists Stefano might be trying to speak through her from beyond the grave. Chaos at the hospital. Elevators, strollers, and stubborn DiMeras. Meanwhile, at University Hospital, things are as dysfunctional as ever. Xander Cook, never one to wait patiently, grows irritated while waiting for the broken elevator. He tries to be gallant, offering to carry baby Victoria's stroller down the stairs for Sarah Horton. Ever practical Sarah declines, determined to wait for the elevator no matter how long it takes. She sighs, pulls out her phone, and dials the one man who should care about the hospital's condition. EJ. On the other end, EJ is indifferent. "It'll get fixed eventually," he mutters, attempting to wave off the issue. But Sarah doesn't budge. She demands responsibility. After some half-hearted resistance, EJ begrudgingly agrees to get it repaired first thing in the morning. The truth is, he has bigger things on his mind. EJ hangs up and mutters to himself before turning to find Rita, the sharp and ever-watchful hospital administrator, looming with a thick folder in hand. Rita lays it down. Budget cuts, ICU jokes, and ghosts of the past. Rita doesn't waste time. She slaps the budget report onto EJ's desk and delivers her trademark sarcasm with surgical precision. "Elevator's not working? I see you next." She jests. Her dry wit, though humorous, reflects a growing frustration among the hospital staff. Tension is brewing, and Rita sees the signs. Instead of reacting with the usual demera smugness, EJ shifts gears and changes the subject. He brings up Stefano. "Do you really believe he's dead?" EJ asks, eyes narrowed, voice lowered. Rita, caught off guard, replies cautiously, "Of course, Stefano's gone. Everyone knows that." But EJ presses further, referencing Susan's psychic proclamations and reminding Rita that Stefano's body was never recovered. Susan swears she's received messages from the beyond. Could it be true? Rita holds firm, recounting how Dr. Rolfe once claimed Stefano survived Hope's assassination attempt, but eventually died in seclusion. "That was years ago," she adds, but the unease in her voice suggests she isn't entirely convinced. EJ nods, but behind his calm exterior, questions continue to churn. A son's regret and a lingering legacy. EJ admits something few have ever heard him say aloud. He never had the chance to say goodbye to his father. During Stefano's final years, EJ was believed dead himself, caught up in a web of deceit and danger that left him out of reach. By the time he returned to Salem, it was too late. Rita softens. For all the chaos Stefano caused, there's no denying the complicated love between father and son. Still, neither of them knows where Stefano's body ended up. "Gone, just like that," Rita murmurs. "A body without a burial. A death without closure." It doesn't sit right with either of them. But EJ quickly shakes off the sentiment. He redirects the conversation to what matters now, his grand vision, his big plan. Rita raises an eyebrow, skeptical. The hospital's profits have soared recently, but so have EJ's expenditures. She's beginning to suspect he's funneling money into something he's not ready to talk about. Murmurs of a plan, and a phone call that might change everything. "You're overspending, EJ," Rita warns. "It's not sustainable." But EJ waves her off with a smirk. "I need every cent for what I'm working on. You'll understand soon enough." Rita is left frustrated, flipping through the budget pages as EJ steps away. Just as his phone lights up, Sydney is finally calling back. His eyes brighten as he answers, but the call isn't just a simple check-in. Sydney tells him something strange, something she remembered after the fall. A vision, a voice. Could it be Stefano? She says it felt real, like he was there in the room with her. EJ's expression hardens. Something is happening, and it's bigger than any of them expected. Unseen forces and unfinished business. What is EJ planning? With the elevator still broken and the staff on edge, the hospital is becoming a microcosm of Salem's larger tension. Something is bubbling beneath the surface, and EJ's secrecy is only making things worse. His cryptic comment about big plans has now taken on a more ominous tone. He's gathering resources, making quiet moves, and reaching out to old contacts. Rumors whisper through the Demera mansion about renovations, expansions, even new technologies. Is he building something? Resurrecting something? Or someone? Some speculate he's planning a memorial or a new medical wing in Stefano's honor. Others are convinced he's channeling his father's legacy to reclaim control over all DiMera holdings, no matter who stands in his way. But for those who've known EJ long enough, it's clear this is personal. This is about power, family, and perhaps redemption. Or revenge. The calm before the storm as Friday draws to a close in Salem. The city feels quieter than usual. But under that stillness lies a sense of foreboding. EJ stands alone in his office, staring out the window, phone in hand, Sydney's voice echoing in his mind. Was it really Stefano she sensed? Or something else? One thing is clear, EJ's gears are turning. The budget, the elevator, the ICU, distractions, all of them. The real story is yet to come. And when it arrives, Salem won't be ready.